Drake and his October's very own. And you know what? This gonna be kind of sad for the people that be on Twitter and fucking social media with OVO in y'all name. Like, y'all be wearing that brand like y'all getting paid for it. So wait, y'all don't want no royalties? All the people that got owls in y'all names, got OVO, y'all don't want no royalties? Damn, y'all want to get paid for the shit that y'all doing? Y'all out here fighting internet battles. Y'all doing all this shit for Drake. Y'all don't want to get paid? Oh, but Molly Santana could get $500K though. Hey man, look, I'm just saying, man, the way y'all be going hard for this, man, I don't understand why y'all don't want to get paid for it. Here we go, man. A.R.I. sues Drake, October's very own OVO following default, forbearance, and alleged non-payment of millions in contractual obligations. Now, this is telling y'all already off the rip. They defaulted. They probably applied for forbearance, which is crazy as hell. I mean, we talking about a guy who flexes the money forbearance and then just got to the point and said, you know what? We just not gonna pay. Goddamn, man. Shit get crazy around here, man. Listen, man, that camp over there, there's a lot of shit going on. Elite Shadow said OVO now stands for Outstanding Value Owed. Yo, it says OVO previously acknowledged existing and continuing defaults and admitted indebtedness was valid, binding, and unconditionally owing under formal forbearance agreement. They must have filed for forbearance, which in turn, you know, made this valid and confirmed the debt. June 11, 2026, in Supreme Court of British Columbia, A.R.I. OVO Growth Capital, LLC, in October's very own, says notice of civil claim filed by A.R.I. OVO Growth Capital, close very own. This claim alleges OVO defaulted under 2025 convertible note financing agreements, entered into a formal forbearance agreement. So they did enter into forbearance. I know y'all know what forbearance is. I know people have dealt with student loans, which is bullshit. Y'all know what forbearance is. Forbearance is basically saying, nigga, I can't pay right now, man. Pause them payments, but you know, if you want to tack on the interest, go ahead, man. But pause them payments, cause I'm gonna be real with y'all, I ain't got it. I'm broke, nigga. I guess with filing with that, they acknowledged continuing defaults, invalid, binding indebtedness, made only a partial payment. God damn, they making partial payments out here. Damn, man, y'all ain't try to affirm that bitch. And failed to pay millions in remaining contractual obligations, man. This is crazy. For somebody like Drake, who is supposed to be the biggest artist in the world, man, you supposed to be making all this bread, all this cash. You supposed to be talking shit about all the people out there who don't have money like you do. There's a lot of flexing going on about money, bruh. But then your own, this is stamped under you, dog. October's very own. This is wild, man. It says the litigation seeks recovery of approximately $4.6 million, allegedly currently due and owing, together with contractual default interest, legal fees, lender expenses, enforcement costs, and additional amounts continuing to accrue under the governing financing agreements. This is not good, man. Y'all out here owing bread. Litigation arises from a series of institutional financing transactions entered into between A.R.I. and OVO during 2025. During 2025. That's very interesting. The timing is kind of interesting, right? Because if you think about it, what was going on in 2025? You was getting your ass whooped. I'm just saying, man, during that time, you was getting your ass whooped, bro. Oh my God. You was getting cooked. So it says OVO sought external growth capital as part of his broader financing strategy. Why did they do that? You know, it makes you wonder, like, with everything that was going on with the lawsuit, you know, him fighting these legal cases, is this how he financed the shit? Is this how you finance? By trying to, you know, I don't know. I don't know. These are just, you know, these are just my thoughts, just my opinions. I don't know, man. Now, it goes on to say, during 2025, A.R.I. provided financing through multiple separate transactions, including a senior secured credit facility in May 2025 and 5 separate convertible promissory notes issued between July and August 2025 with aggregate principal of approximately 5.2 million. Oh my God. Y'all just out here borrowing bread. Y'all know y'all can't pay this shit back. Or maybe it was that he was gonna borrow this bread, do what he had to do, and that big ass payday, Y'all remember that big ass payday that was supposed to come? Getting a $1 billion deal, you know, the lawsuit, all this money was gonna come rolling in. This shit never happened. Goddamn. Did it happen? It didn't happen. So was it that y'all was waiting for this big ass payday and now y'all just out there looking at yourself, twiddling y'all thumbs and shit like, damn, I don't think we gonna win this one. Y'all been losing. Y'all been taking L's. Why would you bet all this money on y'all getting a W when y'all been catching nothing but fucking L's? Wait, stay up. Hold it.
I'm at it. Oh.
Brother, what is really going on with this label and team, whatever y'all want to call yourselves, man? God damn, y'all getting cooked at every angle. At origination, A.R.I. viewed OVO as an attractive institutional credit opportunity supported by a globally recognized consumer brand, substantial enterprise value potential, and carefully negotiated creditor protections designed to protect investor capital while supporting the company's long-term growth initiatives. So, they felt like this is Drake. We good. He good for it. He got the bread. You know, they gotta pay this shit. This shit gotta be paid. But again, we just saying, could it be that lawsuit money never came? I can really see Drake thinking, we gonna file this lawsuit. We about to have the biggest payday ever. They gonna settle this shit. They did this to us. Like, y'all ever seen somebody get their ass beat so bad they thought they got jumped? You ever see somebody get their ass whooped so bad they think it was like 5 niggas stomping them out when it's like, no, man, like it was you and that other nigga. You just got your ass beat. I feel like it's one of those situations. Drake is the guy who tells everybody he got jumped and his friends agree with him, even though his friends was there to watch the whole fucking fight and see him get his ass whooped by one person. But once he says, yo, I got jumped, they all be like, hell yeah, you got jumped, man. All them niggas was there. Okay, let's continue. King said that's what all that bragging does for you. No liquid assets, all that credit, but no cash. Now your credit getting fucked. He did a lot of bragging, and that's why nobody gonna feel bad in this situation. OVO's default under financing agreements. According to the file complaint, OVO subsequently defaulted under the governing financing agreements after failing to make required payments and breaching additional contractual obligations. February 27, 2026, they delivered a formal notice of default after multiple contractual events of default had occurred. So they been sending them notice like, bruh, y'all gonna pay this bill or not? And you know, Drake ain't answered. He was like, money shall not be shebang. Where did they go? My head. Hey, man. You know, money's in our track, shebang. Where did they go? My head. Where did the money go, nigga? That's what they want to know. A.R.I. want to know where the money went, man. You talk about all this other shit, man. You sending jets to niggas, $500K. Take the jet, man. Take it to Toronto. Just bring it back when you're done. And meanwhile, all this shit happening? Really? This is what we doing? All right, bet. Rather than immediately pursuing enforcement remedies, A.R.I. elected to work constructively with OVO and pursue an out-of-court resolution. Damn, so they tried to do this shit without the court. Damn. So they probably just ignored their ass. Designed to provide the company with time and flexibility to resolve the default. So we know this is a significant amount of money. We gonna work with y'all real quick, man. Even though we know you got it. We know you got it, man. You just released Iceman and shit. You got it, right? Right? You got it, right? I don't know. Let's see. OVO's formal forbearance agreement. So this is their forbearance agreement, a written acknowledgement of the debt. Them applying for forbearance is them acknowledging that the debt is valid. So once you apply for that, you can't get out of it because you're literally saying, this is my debt. I can't pay it. So give me some time, but stack on that interest if you feel like it. But give me some time, man. You know, forego this shit for a minute because we can't pay it. That's you saying this is my debt. So you can't come back later and say, that shit ain't mine. Nigga, you applied for us to give you time to pay it. So what the fuck you talking about? It says on March 20, 2026, A.R.I. OVO entered a formal forbearance agreement as part of that workout process. So they was in here trying to figure this shit out. OVO expressly acknowledged that existing defaults had occurred and were continuing. They further acknowledged and agreed that all indebtedness and obligations payable under the financing agreements were valid, binding, unconditionally owing to A.R.I. without any right to set off. Shit. They're like, yo, we want that bread. Defense, counterclaim, deduction, reduction, or god damn. They said, nah, you ain't getting none of them shits. So bar, them boys said, ain't no defense, counterclaim, deduction, reduction.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
Ain't no reduction, nigga. Yo, can I get a reduction? Ain't no reduction, nigga. The fuck out of here, nigga. No reduction. God damn, man. A.R.I. with the bars. God damn, man. Y'all got some names on here. King Black Power says, so that whole Anita Max win tour was pretty much done for free. Who knows what the strategy was here? I just think it's kind of interesting that they're seeking all this capital around this time while they're fighting the lawsuit. I really think they just banked on the lawsuit going somewhere. Cammy said, why wouldn't he just file for bankruptcy? I don't know, for one, but I do know the first part of it is that would look very bad on his part, for one. And I don't think it's that simple. I think there's certain things that are involved in that. Depends on the type you file for. I just don't think it's an overall good look. And that might be like the nuclear option. You know what I'm saying? But you got to find a way to frame that because these guys are celebrities at the end of the day. They got to frame it in a certain way. That's just how I be working, man. All right, let's continue. You got your right to defense, counterclaim, deduction, or reduction. Bars, nigga. Or other basis of non-payment. They basically said, you ain't getting out of this shit, man. Nah. They said, nah, you following through. Follow through, man. Make that payment. They said the complaint further alleges that OVO expressly agreed that A.R.I. had not waived and did not intend to waive any rights arising from those defaults. A.R.I. relied on these written acknowledgments in continuing to work cooperatively with OVO rather than immediately initiating former legal proceedings. So they gave this man a lot of grace, right? So they made a partial payment, right? So it says May 27, 2026, they received a wire payment of approximately $3.8 million. So they got $3.8 million. Where'd that come from? Who knows? I don't know. I'm sure they don't care. You know, they getting their bread. So they made a payment. Where did that come from? That would be interesting. But if they really like at this whole time allowed it to go into default, they either was waiting on some money and then eventually just said, you know what, let's figure it out this way. And who knows? They could be borrowing from person to pay that person. Who fucking knows, man? According to the complaint, however, this payment represented only a partial repayment of the total amounts owed under the financing agreement. Okay, so they paid a decent amount, 3.8, but they said it's not enough. 3.8 million, but it's not enough. Fuck no. Complaint further alleged that the payment did not originate directly from OVO. Rather, the wire was transmitted from an account identified as ADG Sound Inc. management account and reference OVO notes. Huh. Interesting. Cope Sanity said, they said, don't run away now. Prudence said, signed to five guys while owing 5 other guys. That's crazy. So it came from ADG Sound Inc. Management. Who the fuck is that? Let's look into it, y'all. It's Juneteenth, man. We gonna do something different. What's the name of this place? ADG Sound Inc. Let's see if we find out who it is. ADG Sound Inc. Let's put his name in there. Okay, so here's what we got. ADG Sound Inc. is the entity behind Drake Sound Advice. What? A Los Angeles-based corporation led by Jessica Drake. No, this don't got nothing to do with... Wait, what? While the search results discuss Drake, the artist's musical production, often involving engineer. Who the fuck is Jessica Drake? What the fuck? I'm confused, y'all. Corporate structure. Drake Sound Advice Inc. was incorporated in 1999, located in Los Angeles. Financial link to Drake artist. In June 2026, A.R.I. Okay. The legal filing suggests ADG Sound Inc. acted as a third-party source for funds related to OVO notes, but the entity itself is a separate California corporation managed by Jessica Drake, not Drake the artist. I don't know, y'all. That is an AI-generated answer, but I don't know. That it's a little confusing. Jessica Drake and then all this other shit. A little confusing, y'all. But yeah. Listen, I wonder if Juneteenth gives Drake's PTSD. I'm sure it does. This is the day of the pop out. Y'all know how wild that was. That's where this whole shit began. Well, not began, but that's when the stomping really started. All right. So yeah, I don't know about that Jessica Drake shit, but maybe at some point we'll figure it out. According to the complaint, OVO has now taken the position that it owes nothing further, notwithstanding the prior written acknowledgments contained in the forbearance agreement. So they're saying because they paid the 3.8, they don't owe anything else? Okay. A.R.I. disputes that position and alleges that approximately 4.6 million remains contractually due and owing, including make whole obligations. Wait, so they're saying, okay, so wait, he's trying to say I don't know if he directly is even dealing with this, but they're trying to say that because they paid the 3.8, they're disputing whatever is left. And they're saying 4.6 million remains. So damn, how much these motherfuckers owe? Greedy ass motherfuckers, y'all just out here borrowing money like that? Damn.
I'm broke, nigga.
So they said it accrued default interest, legal fees, lender expenses, and related enforcement costs. So they added to it because of the fact that it defaulted, those legal fees and everything else. Okay. The filed complaint references financial information provided by OVO during the financing process, indicating that OVO generated approximately $72 million in revenue during 2024, while sustaining approximately $12 million in cumulative losses between 2022 and 2024. So I'm guessing when they applied for this, they said that they generated $72 million in revenue. Oh, pay that bread. Okay. OVO was also pursuing $30 million financing transaction, Drake, Oliver, Noah, guaranteed obligations under Royal Bank of Canada credit facility, with one objective of the contemplated capital raise being repayment of approximately $10 million of existing. Bruh, what the fuck is going on, man? What the hell is going on, man? Equity financing, and they personally guaranteed obligations. Wow. Okay. Let's see. What else is relevant here? Public reporting has indicated OVO is engaged in discussions involving a potential transaction in which Authentic Brands Group may acquire 50% ownership. Okay, so I did see this, that he's trying to sell 50% ownership and stake in the business. OVO is contractually required to provide A.R.I. with ongoing financial reporting, material business updates, and notice regarding certain strategic corporate developments, and none of them were provided. Big surprise there. A.R.I. has approached this transaction in good faith and viewed OVO as a compelling company with substantial brand value and long-term growth potential. When defaults occurred, A.R.I. did not immediately pursue litigation. Instead, we worked extensively with OVO through a formal workout process and provided the company substantial time and flexibility to resolve the situation outside of the court. So basically, off the strength, they was like, we gonna work with y'all. We know y'all got it. Maybe this is like a error and y'all not able to pay right now, but we know y'all got it and we gonna work with y'all. So they gave y'all time. A.R.I. intends to fully enforce its legal rights and protect its investors through the courts. Man, shit looking crazy out here, man. God damn. Looking crazy out here, man. And I mean, like I said, for somebody who brags about money, brags about all this shit happening, everybody wondering about who Kendrick putting on, who this and that. Like, bro, take care of your OVO imprint, man. You got a whole label over there, man. You got people over there that need some exposure. What about those motherfuckers? Huh? What's going on? What's up with Smiley? What's up with Roy Woods? Huh? What's up with those guys? What's up with Party over there, Madrid Jordan? I think the vision is gone. Like, bro, what's up with those guys? But we worried about everybody else. Shit crazy.
What Drake desperately doesn't want you to know is why he's flooding the market with new music. We see the private jets, the $1 million casino bets, and we think there's no way that the guy who's rapping about how he loves to see other people struggling with their bill payments, no way that he would be hurting for money. But superstars don't go broke the way that normal people do. They don't wake up with $0 the way that normal people do.
That is a very good point. It doesn't happen like that. This shit happens slowly, and that makes it worse. Slowly, but you see it coming. I feel like when you're a superstar, millionaire, whatever, you start to see the brokenness coming. You can see it on the horizon. You're just not there yet. Like, you can see that shit. You're not there yet, though. So you try to do all these little things to keep you from going there, but you slowly make your way to that shit. And it feels like for some people, the more they do to try to get away from that, the more shit gets fucked up. The more shit gets fucked up because you try to do all these things to say, I don't want to get to that point. And then you start fucking it up. Because at the end of the day, you have a lifestyle that you have to maintain. And you created this thing about you. So everybody looks at you, and if they don't see you living that lifestyle, this shit looks crazy for you. This is why, like, if you ever make it to the point where you're fortunate to get a certain amount of money and you're blessed with wealth, you gotta understand, if you are a celebrity, if you are a public figure, you don't gotta be out here showing everybody everything you got. Live modestly, get your bread, and continue to be blessed. Some people just feel like they gotta show everybody some shit, and then in turn that gets to your ego, and now your ego is all fucked up because you can't be seen doing regular shit. Look at Rick Ross. Rick Ross had to get on fucking social media and explain why he was on a commercial flight. Are you fucking serious? You know, it's just one of those things, man. If you always presented yourself as somebody who didn't care, obviously you're a celebrity, you're going to be on private flights. But who the fuck cares? If you got to take a commercial flight, take a commercial flight. Rick Ross had to get on fucking social media and explain himself. Imagine living that life. You can't even go to Applebee's, nigga. You go to Applebee's and like, oh, why you eating at Applebee's, nigga? What the hell? You not going to one of them fancy restaurants? Yo, it be all over TMZ. Rick Ross caught at Applebee's getting a 2 for $20. What the fuck? A 2 for $20? Can you imagine? Like, damn, Drake caught at H&M using a coupon. What the... Shit like that will become headlines, bro. That's the fucked up part about being a celebrity. You got to keep up with these lifestyles. I wouldn't want to do that shit. Listen, if I had millions and millions and millions of dollars, nigga, I would still be at the most regular shit. You wouldn't even know. You would not even know. I'm just saying, man.
Instead, they get caught in a liquidity trap. They have hundreds of millions tied up in assets, mansions, planes, but very little cash available when an actual massive bill drops. And right now, those bills are dropping hard. Drake's brand was just sued by a major lender for defaulting on millions in loans. They missed their deadlines so badly that an outside management company had to step in and wire $3.8 million.
So that's that company we were trying to look up, which we didn't really find no information on, but I'm sure somebody will find some shit at some point. But that is crazy that an outside management company has to step in. But again, that's the whole thing about doing things that are not tied to your name. You know what I mean? Which is probably why they did it. And maybe they washed it another way. Who knows, bro? This shit is just, it's all about how you're perceived. It's all about your image. Like, people don't want to be looked at. Like, again, that line about, I just want to see him struggle with the phone bill. Like, you making fun of people who don't got the means to do shit. You want to laugh at shit like that. So you can't be the one out here looking for relief. You know what I'm saying? It looks crazy.
Just to stop the banks from freezing their assets. To make things worse, Drake is now trying to sell off half of OVO to mega corporations that own mass market mall brands like Forever 21 and Reebok. That is the definition of a corporate fire sale.
They're tying him trying to sell it to everything that's going on. Financial distress, sellers are often forced to liquidate assets quickly to cover immediate debts or margin requirements. God damn, bro. This is bad, man. Bro, it's like this man cannot catch a W, man. This shit L after L, bro. Hold this shit, man. Wait, stay up. Hold it. God damn, dog. I'm at it. Oh, motherfucker, man. And meanwhile, Kendrick ain't said a damn thing yet. Kendrick ain't said a motherfucking thing yet, bro. That's the craziest part about all of this. Kendrick, say something, please, at this point, man. At this point, just say something, man. Like, my gosh, bro.
This reveals the real hidden incentive behind why a massive artist would flood the market with 3 albums, and also why a team might start to turn to things such as streaming bots. When an empire hits a cash crunch, your music, your merchandise.
Damn, could this be the grab of releasing 3 albums? Oh my God, bro. This shit just, the plot just thickens, my nigga. God damn. These streaming numbers, this talk of bots, and then to drop 3 albums. Is he just trying to generate whatever the fuck he can? Bruh, this man, I swear, that man fighting, bruh. They said lifelong battle with himself. That is a fact, cause damn, fight back. When they said fight back, I ain't know they meant it like this. Sheesh.
All become your personal money printer. And if you remember, within the last year, he's been doing partnerships with Disney, Marvel, McDonald's, with
Whore.
Sheesh, bruh. Not you whoring yourself to all the brands. Jeez.
Are youth adjacent brands. The same, audience he's in court suing about being associated with. This is the fastest way to turn public attention into cash to pay off angry lenders. He's not flooding the market because he loves his fans or he's passionate about music. He's doing it because the bills of his lifestyle are officially due. Do y'all understand that he completely floods the market so that nobody else can compete, which means that everyday independent artists are paying out of pocket to fund a billionaire's lifestyle?
Yo, this is insane, man. I don't know what else to say about this shit, man. Other than this man just fighting for his life, bro. And what can we say about it, bro? It is what it is. I think whatever plays out with this is gonna be interesting to see. But again, this is what they do, man. So I'm surprised he didn't do one with Crispy. Yo, I hate y'all, man. He would have an OVO glazed donut, you know, Akin would buy all of them. They be in the damn commercial, bro. OVO, figure it out, man, because this shit looking crazy, man. You know, it's wild. I get it, but this lifestyle y'all trying to cover for, it's looking wild out here, man. It's looking wild out here.
Fun to do bad things.
Take off the short nail, take off the dope, take off